Welcome. At Sky Solutions, we built a DocketAI solution, an end-to-end pipeline that turns public comments on CMS rules into actionable work inside ServiceNow. Our goal is simple: help CCSQ reviewers spend time deciding, not sorting. Today, I'll show how the DocketAI solution ingests dockets and documents from regulations.gov, summarizes rule text, analyzes each comment with AI for sentiment, relevance, novelty, and stakeholder type, and then displays everything in ServiceNow, where your team already works. We built the DocketAI solution in just 1 week with 1.5 developer resources, showing how quickly innovation can be delivered. It's powered today by N8N, but we can set it up in any technology stack because we're flexible in both tools and LLM choice. Public comments don't arrive evenly. They come in waves. Many are duplicates, some are off-topic, and just a few are truly critical. Sorting through them manually slows policy work and makes it hard to spot the signal in all the noise. So what does good look like? Same-day insight into which comments actually matter. Consistent scoring that keeps the process fair and auditable. And everything managed inside ServiceNow. Assignments, KPIs, and history all in one place. Here's how it works. First, the DocketAI solution pulls dockets and documents from regulations.gov on a set schedule. When a document's comment window closes, it automatically fetches the full set of comments along with the Federal Register summary. Each comment is then analyzed using AWS Bedrock. We score for sentiment, relevance, novelty, stakeholder type, and generate a short summary. The results are stored in ServiceNow, with a secure database copy kept for traceability. Finally, reviewers log into their ServiceNow workspace, where they see dashboards with KPIs, a sentiment breakdown, and a personalized My Work queue. To show you what this looks like today, let's visit regulations.gov, the official site where CMS dockets and public comments are published. Here we're looking at docket CMS 2020-0036-0002. Like many CMS rules, this docket has hundreds of supporting documents and thousands of public comments. Each comment is stored as a separate entry in PDFs, text, or attachments. While regulations.gov is an essential platform for transparency, it isn't built for efficient analysis. Reviewers face 3 challenges. Volume. For a major rule, comments can number in the tens of thousands. Format. Many are unstructured, duplicated, or uploaded in ways that make them hard to search. Workflow. There's no built-in way to triage, assign, or track progress across reviewers. As a result, CCSQ staff spend hours just navigating the docket interface, downloading files, opening PDFs, and trying to make sense of the flood of input. This is exactly where DocketAI steps in. Instead of living in this raw, fragmented view, we connect directly to the regulations.gov APIs, ingest the docket, documents, and all comments automatically, and then enrich and structure that data before it ever reaches your reviewers. Let's look at how the pipeline runs inside N8N. It starts with scheduled triggers. Our first job runs daily to pull new dockets. Our second runs twice a day for new documents, and our third kicks in whenever a comment window closes. From there, we fetch the Federal Register summary and trim it to just the relevant section. Next, we call the regulations.gov APIs to bring in dockets, documents, and their related comments. Every comment flows through our AI analysis node, where it's scored for sentiment, relevance, novelty, stakeholder type, and given a short summary. The results are then written into a database for traceability and pushed into ServiceNow using the Table API. Now, while this demo is built in N8N, the architecture isn't locked in. We can deploy the same flow in a variety of technologies, whether that's AWS native tools, Azure Logic apps, or custom microservices. We're also flexible in our use of large language models. Today, we're running this through AWS Bedrock, but we can easily swap in models from OpenAI, Anthropic, or even open-source options if the environment requires it. Key safeguards we built in. Deduplication node to ensure we never double count a docket, document, or comment. Filtering node to skip empty fields or obvious duplicates before they hit the AI. Pagination handling so we can process large batches without breaking API limits. Secrets Manager node so all API keys stay secured inside N8N credentials. And because the DocketAI solution is modular, we can expand functionality quickly. For example, we could integrate a chatbot so reviewers can query the comment data directly inside ServiceNow or add in customized tagging taxonomies. Those features slot into the same pipeline without disrupting what's already built. Now let's switch over to the ServiceNow workspace where reviewers spend their time. Now we are in the Comment Review workspace in ServiceNow. At the top, you see three key indicators: total comments, items flagged for review, and comments reviewed. These refresh on a schedule, so leads can check progress at a glance. Below that is sentiment analysis. It groups feedback into positive, neutral, and negative. It gives a quick pulse on tone for the docket. To the right is the relevance distribution. Lower values suggest routine comments. Higher values point to items that deserve attention. Next is novelty analysis. It shows how often new arguments appear over time. Peak signal clusters of unique points. A flatter trend suggests repetition. Let's look at how those comments from Docket CMS 2020-0036-002 show up inside ServiceNow. You'll see sentiment analysis, relevant scoring, and novelty tracking applied to this real-world example, making the review process structured, consistent, and auditable. When we click into a record, we can drill down into the details: a short summary of the comment, the raw text, the identified stakeholder type, and whether it hit the thresholds to be flagged. Finally, the disposition workflow makes it easy to move comments from in review to reviewed. Each action is time-stamped and tied to a user, so the audit trail is built in automatically. When it comes to security and operations, the DocketAI solution was designed with CMS requirements in mind. Privacy. All inference runs securely on AWS Bedrock. Your data never trains public models, and we can automatically redact things like emails or phone numbers before they're sent to the LLM. Access control. ServiceNow ACLs ensure only the right people see the right data. Some may see just summaries, while others have access to the raw comments. Reliability. If regulations.gov throttles traffic, the system automatically backs off, retries, and logs any failed rows so they can be rerun. Scalability. We can adjust batch size and concurrency to handle large volumes and use import sets and transform maps for high-throughput ingestion. Governance. Every record is stamped with the model version and prompt hash, so if scoring changes over time, it's fully traceable. At Sky Solutions, we have real experience working with public comments and healthcare data standards. Our team led the ONC USCDI Plus healthcare interoperability implementation and enhancements. The USCDI Plus program, created by the Assistant Secretary for Technology Policy, helps federal agencies improve how health data is shared. In that work, we reviewed and summarized public comments, then integrated the feedback into standardized health data elements. This gave us first-hand experience handling large volumes of input, while keeping results consistent and traceable. That same approach now powers DocketAI. From ONC, we learned how important standardized and harmonized data really is. It allows agencies and health systems to exchange critical information more easily and make better decisions. With DocketAI, we bring those lessons directly into CMS rulemaking. In the pilot, we'll focus on 4 key outcomes. First, time to first triage, how quickly reviewers can begin working once a comment window closes. Our goal is at least a 50% improvement. Second, reviewer agreement with AI flags. On a QA sample, we expect at least a 75% alignment between the system's flags and reviewer judgment. Third, coverage and throughput. In other words, how many comments can be processed per day and at what error rate. And finally, early signal detection. We'll measure how quickly the system surfaces clusters of comments that are highly relevant or that carry strong negative sentiment. That's where the value shows up early in the review cycle. Our pilot plan is phased, but the system is already built to handle scale. Day 0 through 30, we'll finalize ServiceNow fields and ACLs, connect the API user, and run a backfill on 1 or more live documents. Because the pipeline can already handle hundreds or even thousands of dockets and comments, this phase is really about tuning thresholds and validating data quality. Day 31 through 60. We'll expand coverage across multiple documents, enabling the reviewer queue and introducing regular QA sampling. At this stage, reviewers will start working at scale, not just in test mode. Day 61 through 90. We'll refine advanced features like novelty deduplication, exportable reports, and a full security review. By the end of this stage, CMS will be ready for a go-no-go decision on production. The key takeaway is that with the DocketAI solution, CCSQ reviewers get a clean, prioritized queue in ServiceNow the very same day comments close. The DocketAI solution proves what's possible when you combine speed and flexibility. It was built in just 1 week by fewer than 2 developers, yet it's ready to adapt to any platform and work with a wide range of large language models. If this approach aligns with your needs, we'd love to walk you through a live demo on your instance and agree together on the right pilot metrics.